Hello, and welcome to the weekly Deathmatch. I apologise for what you're about to see. As you can see in the chat there, um, I didn't get any XP in the last Deathmatch I did, because I was that bad. I didn't hit someone for so long, it thought I was inactive. And can I just say, that's a really stupid system. They should make it so that if you don't move at all, though I guess they're trying to circumvent maybe people getting around it. But this was the fourth match of the day I recorded, and I've deemed it good enough. But I wanted to play Hanzo because he's been changed quite significantly. He feels like a new hero in some respects. He's now got a little horizontal leap, which is good for when you've got the bow fully drawn and you want to make a quick movement. I could have done it there. That was my Facebook, by the way. Sorry about that, it doesn't happen again. Normally I try to close Facebook before I record anything, but I forgot that one time, so I was quite annoyed. But yeah, he's got that dash, which is good for situations like that. Or I should have leapt away, like I said. He's got, most importantly, he's got storm arrows, which replaces his scatter arrows, so it's more fair. He doesn't shoot at your feet and one-shot you. He now has to aim a little bit, and as you'll see frequently, I'm not the best at using storm arrows, except for when I am. I actually had a game on Rialto. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it correctly, if that's how I'm saying it. I had a game on Rialto where I got like 11 eliminations a minute and a half into it, like that finishing blows. I think it was finishing blows, and it was just because I don't know. I think I'm better at Hanzo in quick play than I am in deathmatch, because deathmatch is all you, whereas quick play, like, they're not going to be focusing fire on a Hanzo, like people are distracted, there's larger bodies most of the time. So I'm good at Hanzo, or I'm okay at Hanzo in quick play, but I really like his update. I really like his storm arrows. They're good for when you get in a bind, when you need to take someone out who's up in your face. I'm a big fan. As for Rialto itself, it is gorgeous. I'm trying to think of a map that came out that looks as good as that one did. I remember Junkertown gave me Fallout vibes, but I didn't think, like, it was good looking and stuff, but I wasn't like, wow, this looks like a really gorgeous place. Yeah, Rialto's really good. I'm glad they went with a daytime version of it, because obviously it was featured as a retribution map before it ever came out properly, and that was at night time. I think daytime is a good look for it. Nice kind of Venice type area. The annoying thing is on it though, the first point when you're pushing the payload at the very start, you can't be Reinhardt if they've got an enemy Lucio, which they probably will have on that map, because there is just no way to avoid the boops. I've got a clip coming out in a few months which showcases me attempting to use Reinhardt on that map, on that point, and it's just hellish. I think I get booped off a bridge like 3 times in a 30-second clip, so... and take into account respawn time is there. I made it possible. I made it possible to be that painful. As for what else has been going on in the week that's worth talking about, not much worth talking about really. I've had quite a shit week, so I'm trying to keep things video game focused. But I said it was a weekly video thing, so I'm gonna do it anyway. I've started streaming World of Warcraft as my main game, and I've only had a chance to do one stream, but it went on for 2.5 hours, which is longer than I think I've ever streamed before. And I really enjoyed it, and I want to stream again. I want to stream again as soon as possible, whether it's my series, where I level that character that I was going on about, or whether it's just chilling out in WoW. I'm going to try and stream a lot more often. And it made the game more fun as well. Like, I was doing my emissaries, which I called bounties in the video because because I played Diablo 3 before this system ever came out in WoW. And it's just cemented in my mind as bounties, but I was doing my emissaries, and I was doing my 5 weekly time walking dungeons, and normally I wouldn't be able to do all that in one sitting. I would get bored beforehand and wander off and do something else, either in WoW or in another game. But because I was streaming, it just kind of like laser focused me into that kind of chilled out kind of a thing. I keep hearing. I'm not watching the video because I know I'll get distracted and lose my train of thought. But I keep hearing myself die, and I wince every time because I remember how many stupid deaths I had. I think things start to pick up soon, though. So look forward to that. Not now though. That wasn't when it picked up. What was I saying? Yeah, so I'm really excited to stream some more WoW in the future. So one thing I think I've talked about in other videos before is I have a problem in that I can't install a hard drive into my PC, and I took another look at that this morning, and I'm a complete hardware noob, but I unplugged my PC and everything, I took off a side panel, and I recorded a video of what's going on in the hope that someone on Twitter would be able to help me out, which they haven't so far, but that's okay. I wasn't expecting like a huge amount of replies or anything. It's more that I have a tweet to direct people to when I want to show them what's wrong. But basically, the lead that I need to plug into the back of my hard drive is kind of secured in place behind, like, I don't know, like, it's up against the side panel, but it's kind of been bolted in place with another kind of panel in front of that, and I'm worried that if I remove the very back side panel, it's all the wires are going to come flopping out, and I'm going to have to like rewire my PC, which I do not have knowledge on how to do. So I just kind of can't, like, I own a terabyte hard drive, but I can't expand my hard drive at all, which is why I have my archive channel for clips and stuff, although I'd probably still have it now that I've got into the swing of it. But the original idea was to have somewhere to upload all of my DVR gameplay clips, so I wouldn't have to leave them on my hard drive, and thereby giving myself some more space. And now it's just kind of become a hobby, kind of a thing, uploading all those clips. But it's so annoying. But it's the first time I've really, like, I've looked inside my PC before with a friend over who knows more about hardware than I do, but this is the first time I've taken it upon myself to open it up, have a look around inside, dust it out a little bit. Well, when I say dust it out, it was actually kind of like more of the shell of the case that I dusted a little bit, but I did that, and then I put it back together and turned it on, and it hasn't blown up. Hooray! So that's one thing I did today. That was a tasty kill right there. I remember thinking that was tasty when I did it. I forgot to comment on it, but there was this one point when I got some scatter arrows into a Winston, and I didn't miss a single one, and I killed him. And I'd been trying to do that all game, and I was so satisfied when I finally did it. But yeah, thanks for watching. That was this week's weekly deathmatch. In the next one, maybe I'll have some different things to talk about. Good outro, Christian. Splendid outro.